can't click on a clip in Avid, folks. There's only one way to move your clips in the timeline in Avid, and that is by segment modes. What the heck are those? I will break it all down for you in this Avid tutorial in a segment I'm calling
Avid 101!
Let's master Avid.
Hey, super quick. This is a video from my full Master Avid and my mini Avid online classes. If you are interested in doubling your job opportunities during this crazy time in our industry, check out the links below in the description for these classes. And now, here's your Avid tutorial. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. We're going to talk about segment mode. Segment mode is how we get stuff moved around in your timeline. I'm going to really quickly just make this visually a little more simple by putting it in here and out here. By the way, if you hold down Command or Control, if you're on a PC, and you click near a cut point, it will snap to the cut point. And I do that all the time. And so I'm going to hit X for extract, and let's just make this a little simpler. Okay, so as you have noticed, and as I've mentioned, we cannot just click on a clip and move it around the timeline. Like if I was like, oh, I don't want this here, I want this over here, I can't just click on it and move it. The way you move things in Avid is through segment mode. The segment mode arrows can be found right here. If you see, there's a tiny little hard to, hang on one second. I gotta turn my mouse off and turn it back on again. And now you can see, here we go. You see this tiny little arrow right down here. It's telling you that if you right click on it, you get a choice of red arrow or yellow arrow segment mode. That's what those are right here. We're going to start with the red arrow segment mode. And let me come up here and just save for a second because I haven't saved in a while and we've made some changes. So we're going to click there. Or even better, I think this is going to come as no surprise. We mapped it to our keyboards. You're going to use this all the time. This is your only way to move clips in your timeline is with the segment modes. So we mapped it to the shift keys so that V is splice in, B is overwrite, and if you notice, if I right click here, if you notice, there's a red and a yellow corresponding segment mode. So as red arrow was B as in boy, yellow arrow is V as in Victor, then on the shift keys, I had you map shift B is red arrow segment mode. And look how that highlights when I do it. Once I get over a clip, you can see that I've got a little red arrow there, right? And so that is what we want to start with. So Shift B, since B is overwrite, Shift B is the red arrow segment mode that corresponds. Since V, splice in, is yellow, Shift V is the yellow arrow segment mode, which corresponds. And here's what they do. I go over here, I click on that clip. Now I can move that clip. Look at that. Now I can shuttle that clip around. Avid does not want you to be able to move clips around willy-nilly without being decided about it, right? So I'm going to move that clip. I can move it up and down to other tracks, right? I can move it down to that track if I want and tromp over everything because I'm in yellow arrow segment mode. Let me undo that. I can move it to over there. I can move it over to here. I can move this clip to over to there. Now look how it left a gap. Left a gap, moved it over to there. I can undo that and I can say if I want to get that right to the edge, I can, if I want to get it to the forward edge, I hold down Command and it'll snap to that edge and tromp over what was in front of it. Or if I want to get it to the back edge, as I get close to the edge, I hold Option Command or Alt Control and it'll snap right to that cut point. And then I could be like, and then I want this right there. Done. And then I could do Shift B again to get out of segment mode,
Or if I'm in Shift B, and I'm doing some work, right, I can just click. If you just click either of these time code tracks, it knocks you out of any smart tool, right? These are considered smart tools. So I'm moving it around. I'm done. I can click up here. I'm out of that mode. So I can click here to get into that mode, or I can do Shift B to get into that mode. I can click the timecode line up here or down here. So if I'm working on sound effects and I'm moving my sound effect around and I'm in red arrow segment mode, I'm moving my sound effect around and I'm done, I can just click and now I'm out. Now I'm out of segment mode. Same is true for yellow, but yellow functions slightly more different, or slightly differently, a little differently. I can talk. Here we go. Okay, if I go into here now, if I go into here and I right click, I can choose yellow arrow segment mode, and now I'm in yellow arrow segment mode. Or, right, I could do Shift V as in Victor, which is where we mapped it on our keyboard. So now I'm in yellow arrow segment mode. Whereas when I picked up a clip and I moved it in red arrow, it left a gap. Notice how this is closing things up, right? Oh, it's closing things up behind itself. So if I want to, let's say I want this clip to be in front of this clip right here. I want to move this, so just swap them places, lock, stock, and barrel. I can get my yellow arrow segment mode, move it, hold down Command as I get close to the cut point, and it will snap to the cut point, and then I let go, and there it is. Then I can click there and be out of that mode. Now, if I'm in red arrow segment mode, and let's say I wanted to move this in front of that, if I did this in red arrow segment mode, I'm just chomping right on top of it. Now I've lost that clip completely, right? So in Shift V, and look, also, by the way, Shift B, Shift V, I can go back and forth. I'm just holding Shift down, tapping each one. So you can switch them up. If I'm in red arrow segment mode and this was over here and I said, okay, I want this to be right in there, and now Shift V, I'm going to change them places. And then there you go. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, Shift V and I'm out. Or click the timecode and I'm out. This is the only way you can move clips in your timeline. There is no other way to do it. You got to be in segment mode. Shift B, move that to there. Shift B, I'm out. If I mark clip right now with all of this lit up, it's gonna light all of that up. But I can mark clip in this blank space right here and then hit X and extract. Now I'm gonna undo that. Here's this blank spot right here. I can manipulate this blank spot just like it's a clip. Unlike in Premiere where you cannot do that, in Avid treats blank spots as if they're real clips. So I can do Command B, red arrow segment mode, and I can lift this up and I can move that blank spot there. Boom. Now I've created a blank spot there. I mean, I don't know why you would, but there are times in which, by the way, where I'm like, I want to move this blank spot and this all together. Let's say I'm meant to be in yellow mode, yellow arrow segment mode, and by mistake I hit red arrow segment mode. I can just do Shift V. It still retains my selection, and then I can move it all the way down with the blank space. And if I hold down Command Option, it will snap to, oh wait, I'm sorry. If I hold down Command, it will snap to that line. Command Option is for the other direction. Command is for that direction. It'll snap to that line. And now I'll hit this time code bar up top. And now you see I brought everything over, including this blank space. If that's what I wanted to do, that is how I would accomplish that, which I think is pretty cool. So that is that. That is red arrow segment mode. You're also later, when we start doing effects and we start nesting effects on top of each other, we're going to use segment mode all over again, because you can use red arrow segment mode to double click and step into your effects stack. And that'll be cool. And we'll do that when we hit the effects. But for right now, that's segment mode. That's how you're going to move clips around your timeline. And go ahead and practice that. Just move stuff willy-nilly about, see how it feels, get a feel for it, get a feel for going Shift B, click on the clip, move the clip, Shift B, I'm out, or Shift V, click on this clip, move this clip to between that clip, click on the time code line, I'm out. Give that a practice. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but for me, it's so automatic that there are times in which I'm in Premiere and I go Shift B and I'm like, I don't need to do that. I'm in Premiere. So I forget. I can just click the clip and move it. So there you go. Those are the segment modes, and holy guacamole, folks. We have finished Module 2.
Thanks for watching. More Avid tutorials to come. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and if you're interested in doubling your job opportunities and opening up a world of new gigs for yourself, don't forget to check out those links below in the description for my Master Avid and my Mini Avid courses. See you in the next Avid tutorial.